So it seems like recently there has been a pretty huge change coming to YouTube, and a lot of VTubers have been discussing it because it could heavily impact a lot of your favorite VTubers in terms of their popularity and in terms of how they will kind of do content in the future, right? And it is a pretty interesting one that could potentially change the space literally just next week. Now, I did make a video going more into detail about the update itself on my other channel on Kazahana Edits. If you guys want to go look at that, you definitely can. But of course, essentially the rundown is though that that YouTube are changing how they will be counting views. So essentially, if you don't know, the views right now, if you see like views, for example, on my video right now or other people's videos, they are all done by engaged views. So these are people that obviously have stayed around for a little bit, and that will then count as a view. And that is essentially what we know as a YouTube view right now. But they are now changing it to match what the shorts are doing at the moment, and essentially being from the moment someone clicks on a video, or even whenever it autoplays. You know, whenever you hover over a video and it autoplays, that counts as a view. That counts as someone viewing your video, meaning the views are going to go up pretty dramatically for a lot of people. And if you guys make shorts, or if you guys have seen shorts, you will see that it is already in place there. They already have the system where it says views and engaged views. And I can tell you from some of my shorts, views are going to go up quite a bit. I mean, for example, I have a video that has about 20k views, right? For one of my shorts. That is 20k engaged views. So that would be the normal viewership that we would have right now. You know, that would be like, you know, if I got a 20k video on a long form video, right now. But after the change, it would then go up to what I have currently on my short right now as the actual view, like the views, not the engaged views, which says 34k, meaning that I've gained over 15,000 views just from random people clicking on it and maybe not watching the video, which again is absolutely insane. And a lot of people have very mixed opinions on this. And yeah, as I said, lots of VTubers have been speaking about this, including Pippa, who obviously has discussed it, saying, welcome back clickbait thumbnails that have nothing to do with the video. Which obviously, yeah, it could potentially kickstart that once again. You know, people creating clickbaity thumbnails that will get people to click it. And obviously, regardless of whether they continue watching or not, which is, you know, really been a thing recently. That's why videos with clickbait haven't done as well recently, because it just won't push it as much. But now it seems like, you know, clickbait videos might be back. Although it seems like the way that they still kind of measure how to like push out a video and who's doing good or not will probably stay the same. It just means that the views will just be a little bit more inflated, which obviously some people have responded by saying all this really means is average view duration will decrease. Combine this with the higher threshold of metrics needed to become partnered, and you have a stronger defense against content farms. If the view count rises but the watch time does not, the content is depreciated. Verified YouTubers are also categorically corporate, since you're given advanced tools to run a business for virtually no cost. Views are essentially a vanity metric, so this update better utilizes the public visibility of the upper limit to a creator's reach, allowing them to be picked up more often by sponsors. More views don't automatically mean more ad revenue, so the idea that this will embolden content farms is a very surface level understanding of how YouTube has evolved to compete against Twitch and TikTok. The point is to publicly show a better number that represents the actual reach a video has, which signals more authority to any brand or sponsor. So essentially, it's more so in place for sponsors to pick you up, right? Because sponsors will see you have a very high viewership and they're going to be like, oh, hell yeah, we want to promote to that. And, you know, obviously they will then hit you up, right? Because, of course, if you're getting 7k views, for example, then, you know, maybe a sponsor won't hit you up. But if you're getting 14k views because now they've implemented the update and it's like over double, right? Well, some people might want to start talking, right? So that is one of the big reasons as to why I think they have done it. And, of course, although I feel like sponsors will probably just switch to, you know, average watch time and watch hours. They already do it a little bit now anyways. But yeah, people said I'm too brain damaged to read the full article properly, but can it also count as another view if I press replay? Which again, I'm not too sure about that. Saying accurate, saying it's going to ruin the home feed even worse than it already is. So yeah, obviously a lot of people very pessimistic about it, right? But obviously I'm saying IMO, YouTube CTR is always a PvP. You have 2 videos, 1 advertisement, 5 shorts, and a typical home screen. You have to clickbait because you're battling against Mr. Beast in a 1v1 thumbnail PvP. Which I think is, yeah, fair enough as well. Now, of course, there's been more responses as well from people like Jelly Hoshiumi as well, saying YouTube's R&D team fixing the last of what's not broken by their subhuman hands. I mean, that's crazy. So yeah, the next thing we know, they're going to take away the pause button in order to streamline the viewing experience or something like that. I mean, that would be crazy. As I said, I don't upload videos on YouTube, so I'm not sure I understand how this is a bad thing. Will view counts go up or down from this, or is this it won't impact the creators' earnings bit? Which again, it won't impact the creators' earnings, right? This won't change anything to do with earnings. Earnings are all done through watch hours and how much people watch your video, rather than how much people click on your video, right? So you won't get any more money. You will literally just get more views, but potentially, as I said, with the whole sponsor thing, you could in turn get more views, get more money, because you're going to get a sponsor, right? So potentially there is the option to get more money, but it's kind of like, what do you call it? Non-direct. It's like kind of, you know, they're boosting your viewership and you get more views, sponsors come to you, you make money from the sponsors, rather than YouTube actually giving you more money personally. It all just stays the same as it was before. So that is a kind of, you know, caveat to, I guess, you know, look out for. And of course, a lot of people are very skeptical as well, saying, you know, what's the catch behind this? And I don't really know what the catch is, right? I don't know what is really going to happen. I guess it's their way of fighting back against some of the other platforms that are also like implementing stuff like this. I mean, TikTok, I'm pretty sure already has like a first frame thing similar to what they're introducing now, where essentially if you click on the video for 1 second, that counts as a view. So yeah, lots of people already have that over there. And as I said, I think that's why they were doing it, and that's why they tested the hour shorts first as well. So it is very, very interesting. And of course, there's been so many different posts kind of outlining it. You know, Sean Head here saying, awful idea. The clickbait is going to be even more insane. Site will become insufferable, which could be true, right? Which could be true. And I do think there will be one of these things where, you know, if you're looking for views, people will clickbait it hard. But I think there is a kind of, what do you call it, a safety net here, where, you know, the YouTube algorithm is still staying the same, right? People clicking on the video more does, people counting as views more does not mean people are clicking on the video more, unless obviously you're making different thumbnails. But it also means that people aren't making, as I said, any more money. So what is the point in clickbaiting people if you're not going to make any more money? You might get a couple more views, but you're not going to make any money. Now, of course, maybe people might do it to target those sponsors that might want to, you know, kind of, what do you call it, get people based on a higher viewership. That could be true. But I mean, that's like the only reason why I would see. I feel like because the algorithm still would work the same. If someone's clicking on a video and instantly clicking off because it's clickbait and it doesn't make sense, well, the algorithm isn't going to push that still, right? It's not like the algorithm's changed or anything like that. You know, that drastically to the point where if someone clicks on a video for 1 second, it helps them boost it. No, it just means that, you know, you will have a just better idea. Nothing is really changing in terms of the actual viewership. Like, you know, those viewers that are looking at your video and are clicking on it for 1 second are already there, right? They already exist. They are already doing it. It's just that YouTube are now going to show them doing it, which is, yeah, the difference, right? Rosie as well saying, to me, this feels like it's done so they don't have to pay for 2 separate algorithms. I wonder if their metric for what is reprimanded will be more or less strict too. Saying, how will this negatively affect videos? There is always a catch. So on the surface, it feels like a vanity metric change while narrowing the gap between total shorts views and long form views. There is a risk of clickbait content getting more views. People close the tab quickly, no +1 to the view count. So we lose a signal of quality similar to how they remove dislikes as a surface level indicator. So yeah, you won't be able to tell as much of the quality of the video, but I guess you would be able to see it like once you actually watch the video itself, right? But yeah, as I said, for me, it seems like it is a positive thing for like sponsors and things like that. So I think that is something to take from it. But of course, you know, lots of people are skeptical. As I said, you know, Pippa, not so happy about it because of course the clickbait thumbnails. And I think that is a valid concern. Jelly Hoshiumi as well, saying YouTube's R&D team fixing the last of what's not broken by the subhuman hands. So again, of course, also not so keen on it. But of course, I think it will just be an interesting thing that will be happening next week, by the way, 24th of October. So literally less than a week away, it will be happening. So yeah, we'll have to take a look, and hey, maybe my views will go up too. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go over to my React channel. We've just started that up. We just did a video about Chibidoki, so I definitely recommend checking that one out too. But yeah, I mean, that's about all I got, and I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.